And today, Homeland Security officials briefed police chiefs from across the state. And even though it's been reiterated, there's no evidence that a foreign country is behind it. And it's true, it would be incredibly odd if they were just targeting New Jersey. Many others still not ruling it out. Joining me now is Sheriff Shaun Golden of Monmouth County, New Jersey. He's urging the governor there to declare a state of emergency. Sheriff, thanks very much for taking the time. Appreciate it. What are you calling for and why?
Dan, it's good to be with you. And I'll certainly invite the National Security Advisor to come to New Jersey, visit us, and listen to some law enforcement and his own naval personnel at Naval Weapons Station Earl here in my county and speak with them, because these are trained eye professionals. We get that some people may be calling in manned aircraft, but at the same token, you can't have members of the state police, county and local law enforcement, trained personnel from the Picatinny Arsenal and Naval Weapons Station Earl, two military installations here in New Jersey, calling it what it is, right? The highly sophisticated, very large objects that avoid detection, have their lights turned on and off, move at rapid speeds. That is what it is on the ground here. And so, we continue to urge our governor to press the federal government to put more resources out here. I mean, if you listen to Kirby, doesn't sound like we're going to get any, right? And that's not a good thing, because I know Congressman Smith here from our district and from Ocean County has been pushing for federal resources to come out here. And listen, if the governor declares a state of emergency, Dan, there's a couple things that can be done, right? One, he can urge the federal government, particularly the FAA, to do a temporary flight restriction, involve recreational and commercial drones. Let's clear the airways of those first, right? And see what we get when that happens for at least a night or two. What's the harm in doing that, so we can have some surveillance up there to see what is going on? Second to that, activate our Air National Guard. Why wouldn't we have some Air National Guard patrol out here tonight as observers when we're getting reports still tonight of drones in our airways here in the county and in neighboring counties? So those are a couple steps that can be taken, and it doesn't sound like we're moving in that direction. The only way we're going to solve this is by the federal government coming in here and doing full investigations as to what these things are, how their movements are made. Listen, we have reports from all over the county, and I grant it, some people will see, manned airlines in a flight pattern. But when you have the Naval Weapons Station Earl, at the same time Kirby is at the podium filing a report with the U.S. Navy from Virginia saying that they were activating their D-drone equipment, right, for a drone activity on the base. There's something afoul here, and
well,
they got to pay more attention.
Let me ask you, Sheriff, you have a theory on what's going on?
I don't. I mean, obviously, we are constantly looking out. My drone unit is out there tonight, but down in Ocean County, their drone unit came close to a series of these drones, blacked out, took off. They're just unapproachable. And as you said, listen, I will commend Colonel Callahan from our state police and our Office of Homeland Security here in New Jersey. They're doing what they can with very limited resources. Drone technology, as you know, and particularly when you're going to de-drone, that's all at the hands of the federal government and the FAA. And we have to come up with more federal assistance to solve this problem.
I think one of the drones just hit your shot there and deactivated your electricity. They're like, all right, we got to black him out. He's saying too much.
There's a lot of that going on, Dan.
He's talking. We got to shut that guy up. Yeah. All right.
But listen, also, when we were speaking to our members of Congress, and I know Congressman Smith is paying attention, we have to put more tools in the hands of state police to deal with these things. Right now, the federal government, those three federal agencies, are the only ones that can take down a drone, right? It's against the law for anybody else to do so.
Right.
The FAA, too, is in total control of the airways. Granted, they will do temporary flight restrictions, but we got to move some of that power to state police around the country so that they can react quicker, particularly when it's a threat to our citizens at mass gatherings.
All right. Sheriff Golden, thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.